What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, recapping the news. And before I jump into things, like always, greatly appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe by hitting the button below. Also, a big thank you to everybody. We just hit 175,000 subscribers. The next goal is 200,000. I'm hoping to hit that by 2026 because that will be the 20th anniversary of Sneaker Files. It'll also be the 15th anniversary when I started the Sneaker Files YouTube channel, so that would be a pretty dope milestone to achieve. Now, as for highlights in this video, we have details on the upcoming Levi's Air Jordan 3 collaboration, as well a first look at the Air Jordan 5 wings, and a huge update on the Fragment Union Air Jordan 1 High OG. Now, we have a lot more from Jordan Brand, including new release dates, and a good amount from Nike. And now, let's jump into the news. As most of you know, the Air Jordan 1 is celebrating its 40th anniversary. However, the Nike Dunk is also celebrating its 40th, although Nike isn't really doing a ton of things. Yes, we have some Panda-inspired dunks dropping, but they are re-releasing a classic. So, shown is the Nike Dunk High Kentucky, and this pair will be available once again during the summer. This pair is labeled in SE, so it's a special edition, and from the looks of it, the only thing I see that's special about it is possibly better materials, but you should be the judge of that when you get them in hand. Now, this pair was first released in 1985, part of the Be True to Your School collection, and there were various dunks available to represent different colleges, this being one of them, the Kentucky Wildcats. Now, like I mentioned, a release is expected to take place summer 2025, so a release is expected to take place soon, and the retail price will be $150. In 2025, we're getting a lot of OG Nike Air Max Uptempo 95 releases. We had the Chicago pair, which already dropped, and the Teal pair, which is my favorite. But they're also going to drop a new colorway, which is known as NY vs. NY. So this will be part of a pack, also dropping alongside the Air Force 1 Low. There might be more pairs, but those are the two that are known for now. And the pair is representing for the Street Ball tournament in New York. And this pair comes dressed in a black, white, Orion blue, crimson pulse, and green glow colorway. Now on the surface, it looks like a black and white Air Max Uptempo, but if you look a little bit closer, it does feature shades of green and blue. It even looks like there's a bit of pink on the tongue, but the elastic straps are kind of covering the swoosh, which I believe is pink. And then, of course, we have the classic Air Uptempo logo on the heels. Actually, now that I have a different angle of the tongue, it looks like it's a bit of orange, which matches the insoles. Now, as for a release date, this pair is expected to drop summer 2025, and the retail price will be $160. We have a potential release date for the Lil Yachty Nike Air Force 1 Low Lucky Green, and the reason why I say potential is because it hasn't been 100% confirmed. And before I get to the release date, the official colorway is Lucky Green, Mystic Red, and University Gold. Now, this pair is a lot more vibrant in comparison to the white and navy pair that he dropped in 2024. And it's being said that the overall inspiration is Bapes from like the early 2000s. Typically, they're these type of vibrant shades. As well, the Bapes feature patent leather, which this pair has as well. Now, as for the potential release date, they are expected to drop on May 22nd, and the retail price is $130. We have a small update on the Nike SB Dunk Low Black History Month, now being called simply RODEO, and this is from Nike. They're calling them just RODEO. I was pretty sure they would drop the Black History Month name to them just because it's no longer Black History Month, we're now in May. But the reason why I'm talking about it is that we have an updated release date, and this is for the Sneakers app. Now, initially, these were supposed to drop on May 7th, and now they're going to be released on May 9th. This will be on the Sneakers app, of course. I have seen some skate shops have opened up their raffles for this shoe. So definitely, if you're interested in picking these up, enter all the raffles because the Sneakers app is probably going to be pretty hard to get yourself a pair if you're going after them. But May 9th is the release date, and the retail price is $135. Another potential release date that we have is for the Travis Scott Nike Zoom Fill Jaxx Leche Blue. So images of the shoe surfaced quite a bit ago, and I believe at one point they were expected to drop in 2024. However, the new release date, well, the rumored release date is May 16th. So not too far from now. Of course, they're going to drop on Travis Scott's website first, and then shortly after that, they'll be available on the Sneakers app. But this May 16th release date, it isn't known if it'll be for Travis Scott's website or for the Sneakers app. So if it's for the Sneakers app, then Travis's website will have them a couple days before. But if it's for Travis's website, then it'll be a couple days after. Also, the retail price will be $170. Moving on to Jordan Brand, and official images popped up of the Air Jordan 12 Melo. Now, these look pretty good in my opinion. However, I'm not sure if it's the official photos or not, but the shade of blue looks a little bit more vibrant in comparison to the original pair, which initially dropped in 2004. Now, again, that could be due to the lighting of these official images. I have yet to get these in hand. I should be picking them up this week though. But as many of you know, this pair is nicknamed Melo due to the fact that Carmelo Anthony was signed to Jordan Brand, and in 2004 when he was playing for the Nuggets, he wore a PE version just like this, but with his number on it, and then shortly after, Jordan Brand released this shoe, so it automatically got the Melo nickname. Now, the retail pair won't have anything actually connected to Carmelo Anthony, but either way, definitely a clean colorway. If you were around in the early 2000s, you definitely remember this shoe. And these are expected to be a GR, so there's going to be a lot of pairs available. I don't think they're going to sell out right away, just my opinion, just because the amount of releases we have in May. And a lot of people are looking forward to the Air Jordan 4 White Cement. But this pair is going to drop on May 17th, and the retail price will be $200. In the last couple of news videos, I have talked about the Undefeated Air Jordan 4. And if you're getting tired of hearing about them, I do apologize, but we have kind of an important update for this one, and the release date has been delayed. So they potentially had two release dates, one for June 28th and one for July 16th. I was hoping and kind of excited that they would drop on July 16th because that would be a day after my birthday, which I would be picking those up for like a birthday gift for myself. But unfortunately, we're all going to have to wait until August. Yes, so now the new release date for both pairs is August 28th. And I say both pairs because there's one with Nike Air and then there's one with the Jumpman dropping. If you missed any of my previous videos, the one with the Jumpman is going to be more limited than the pair with Nike Air. However, both pairs will still be limited, just the Nike Air version will be a little bit more easy to obtain. Now this release will celebrate the 20th anniversary when they initially dropped. So they will come with special packaging, some extra laces, and a postcard. But just wanted to give you the update on the release date, now dropping on August 28th for $225. Certain collaborations I tend to get excited for, certain ones I don't. Typically, when Travis Scott collabs on a shoe, I don't get that excited. Yes, I understand people like his collabs, but to me, it's kind of like a ma maniere. It's just the same shoe over and over, the same look. We're just changing a few colors here and there. Now, don't get me wrong. This pair, known as Cell in Military Blue, is nice. I've always been a fan of Military Blue, especially the Jordan 4s, so I do like this pair. Now, the reason why I'm talking about them in this video is because we have a release date change. They have been delayed. So initially, this pair was supposed to drop on September 3rd, and that has been the date for some time now. However, they have been delayed, and the new release date is September 20th. So the delay isn't horrible, especially since we're so far out. Now, if we were about a month before the drop, it would be a bit annoying. But don't worry, there's a lot of releases that will take place during the summer. And for this pair, the retail price will be $150. And as you guys already know, these will be limited. They're not going to be available just anywhere. Boutiques will have them, and more than likely, they'll drop on the Sneakers app. As of late, when it comes to product shots, I feel that GOAT has some of the best. And recently, they have taken some photos giving us a very good look at the upcoming Air Jordan 5 Fire Red with the black tongue. Now, this is my #1 release in 2025. I don't think this is going to change. And in my opinion, these look really good. I own every single fire red with a black tongue release. And just looking at these are probably the best we're going to get for now in comparison to the OG. The 23 font looks great. Nike Air on the heel finally returning. And of course, the overall shape on these look really good in my opinion. Are they perfect? No. Will Jordan Brand ever get it perfect? Probably not. But overall, I'm definitely happy about this release. Now, it's been a minute since I've talked about this shoe. So just to run down a little bit of history, as most of you know, they initially dropped in 1990. There's also a silver tongue pair that has released. It doesn't have the number 23 on the side. Another retro took place in 2006. I was pretty excited about that release. I did camp out for those. I wound up getting 2 pairs. I wore one, don't know where they are now, and I still have the other one in my collection. And then the last time we saw them drop was in 2013. Now for the upcoming release, it'll take place on September 13th, and the retail price will be $210. So we have a release date for the Off-White Air Jordan 1 High OG Alaska. That is the code name that was given out when the initial details leaked. Now, although we do have a release date, unfortunately, we don't know how the pair is actually going to look. Now, I've heard a rumor that it's going to be the Euro pair. However, I've heard another rumor that it's actually going to be an early sample that obviously didn't release, but instead we got this pair, and they're nicknamed Euro because they released exclusively in Europe. I remember there was a rumor that the Canary pair was supposed to debut. That wasn't true. I've gone over that in previous videos, you guys already know that. And I hinted at the pair that I heard, and that was the Euro pair. It turns out it looks like this Alaska pair is going to be more like the Euro or a re-release of the Euro. It's just not 100% confirmed yet. I haven't had the chance to see them. Hopefully I do soon so I can confirm it. But more importantly, for those who want to pick these up, the current release date is scheduled for December 20th. So right before Christmas. And the retail price will be $190. Also, I know a lot of people have been talking about the Off-White Air Jordan 4 Bread dropping. I haven't heard anything about those. I wouldn't hold my breath on them. Sure, it's possible since it's under new ownership, but I haven't heard anything as of yet. Okay, so I talked about this in a couple videos back. Some of you may have saw it, some of you may have not, but it looks like there's going to be 3 Fragment Union Air Jordan 1 High OG releases in 2026. Now, we've been seeing a lot of images of the white and blue pair with the white outsole. A lot of people don't seem to be huge fans of those. And the official colorway that I received for that pair is black, navy, sport royal, and cell. Now, although I had the details and the style code, I didn't want to put it out. But what was conflicting is that at meetings, they're showing off another Fragment Union Air Jordan 1 High OG, which is like the mock-up shown here and the one that I initially put out. So the good news is that we do have a style code. We have the official colorway for this one, and it looks like this will be the 3rd pair dropping. Now, I'm not sure if the white and blue pair that people aren't fans of are still going to be released, although there is a colorway and a style code attached to it. But the ones they were showing off and had samples of is the pair shown here, or something very similar to this because it's a mock-up. And the official colorway on these is black, white, varsity red, and sport royal. Now, what I heard is that they're potentially going to do a regional release. For example, 1 pair available in Asia, 1 in North America, and I'm not sure about the 3rd pair. I was given those 2 examples, although that isn't confirmed. I was told that it was potentially a regional release, it's just the locations are unknown in the color blocking. Now, the white and black pair that we've been seeing as well is a mock-up, but it's based off of the sample that Hiroshi Fujiwara was seen wearing. Now, he's worn a ton of samples in the past, so what actually releases could still look different. But out of all 3, I hope they actually do release the pair that's shown, because anything could change at this point. It's still really early information, although having a colorway and a style code does help the process of this. Now, as for a release date for the 3, unfortunately, we don't have one, but all 3 are expected to drop spring 2026, which means a release will take place between January and March, and the retail price will be $200 each. We now have a first look at the Air Jordan 5 Wings. This pair will be a women's exclusive release, and it features a medium gray, black, and metallic silver colorway. This pair will celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Jordan Wings program, and that's why you see the number 10 embroidered on the lateral side instead of the number 23. And as you can see, the shoes feature gray on the upper, almost like a metallic silver. The upper definitely shines. Now the mesh on the panels also features silver, as well as the tongues. Now around the toe cap, we have embroidered, "In this family, no one flies alone." That's done in black. We also have black on the Jumpman branding. The heels will also have Jumpman branding with wings right below it. And then connected to the laces, we have tassels. And the upper, if I forgot to mention, is actually satin. The mesh is said to be reflective, although we don't have images of the reflective mesh as of yet. And then we have a translucent outsole, which showcases a handprint, as if you dipped your hand in ink, usually what little kids do, or when a baby is born. Obviously, that's not a baby's hand because that's pretty big, but one thing I'm curious about is why they made these a women's exclusive. It doesn't make sense to me, but hopefully they are available in extended women's sizing. And as for a specific release date, unfortunately, we don't have one, but they are expected to drop fall 2025, and the retail price will be $210. So with the fall release date for Nike and Jordan brand, that means a release will take place between July and September. Levi's is no stranger when it comes to collaborations with Jordan brand. In the past, they've worked on the Air Jordan 4 and the Air Jordan 1, but now in 2026, they will be releasing the Air Jordan 3. So what is shown is a mock-up. We don't know how this upcoming collaboration will actually look, but the official colorway is denim, black, and cell. So I'm going to assume that they'll feature a denim upper, obviously, and more than likely they'll feature the small red Levi's tag. I'm not sure exactly where that will be placed. Cell more than likely will be used on the midsole, although that isn't confirmed, and potentially black on the elephant print. Now these potentially could have Nike Air, although that isn't 100% confirmed at the time of recording. But overall, the details on this pair are pretty slim. All we really know is that a collab is on the way, and they're expected to drop spring 2026, which means a release will take place between January and March. And the retail price will be $225, which seems a bit high, and the reason for that is that it's a collaboration and potentially Nike Air, so anytime it's a collab and Nike Air, the retail price automatically jumps up. But I'm going to be asking for more details, so hopefully I get that soon. And let me know your thoughts down below. If they look like this, would you buy? And that's going to do it for this video. Like always, greatly appreciate you guys for watching. If you have a second and haven't done so already, also appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe by hitting the button below. One more thing, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to turn on the notification bell so you can be alerted every time I drop a new video. Also, I just dropped a review on the Air Jordan 1 High OG UNC Reimagined. I will put a link in the description below if you'd like to check that out. And as for videos this week, I'm going to do something different on Wednesday, basically a release dates video for 2026. As well, I'm going to drop shorts throughout the week, and I'm going to do a review. I might be doing it on the Melo 12s or the Jordan 4 White Cement. I'm unsure at this point. I don't think I have enough time to do both in 1 week, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, as for this video, let me know what you liked or disliked down below. As well, if you have any questions, make sure to leave those down below. Again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com, and if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.